fuck? Let's see if this does this trip up my mic. Hooray! Sometimes when I move my microphone, it fucks it up, and that's terrible. What is going on? Every person, there's a couple people watching. I got this little eyeball that tells me how many people are watching. There's one person right away. What is going on? What's up, Michael Valdez over there on the other side of the planet? Happy to see you. Good morning, Jeff. YouTube is weird, and I'm glad that you're watching me on Twitch. Welcome. Well, give me some Twitch views because I get like a half a Twitch view per stream or some shit. It doesn't fucking matter. And what's up, Lorenz? How you doing? Welcome to the show. It is another Thursday. It's the end of the fucking month. It's crunch time for Cerulean Project and for me to try and get my little things done. And yesterday, the 25th of October was National Chucky Day for the movie Child's Play. So I'm gonna put Child's Play on in the background. Uh, and it shouldn't be enough crossover to the point where I get in trouble because I'm not gonna be showing the screen per se. But hey, Gumbo Paul, you joining us tonight or not? Maybe not. But if I am solo dolo, I might make it a little bit shorter because I have a lot of painting to do, and it's hard for me to paint and to host a stream at the exact same time. That being said, we have a few things that we can look at from where we started or where we were last week or where I was last week with this project. Um, a lot of stuff happened. The weekend was pretty fruitful for me. I I did a lot of refining on the wings, as you guys remember. I was working on them and talking a lot about them, and talking a lot about casting and mold making last week, which was pretty cool. I have a plan. I haven't talked with Julius about it yet. Coughing a bit too much. That sucks. Paul has the flu. He's still trying to heal up. Heal up, buddy. We hope you feel better. We, as in myself. I'm sure Colleen and the cat probably care as well. How about that? That's good. But yeah, so we were talking about mold making because I was working with these wings. I went into the wings of for Marie. I keep wanting to think that it's a perfect circle song. But I went in with my D550 and I went to town and I removed a bunch of extra material and refined the wings even more. I changed the shape even more to match the body because I changed the way that the wings interact with the body of that crazy Zaku I'm working on. So the reason I did that is because I just kind of felt like that was the way it should go. They were secure where they were, but I want to say the way that they interacted with the figure, the way it would look as a whole, it would make it like very, very vertical and very skinny. It looked good from profile because the way the wings were shaped and the way that they were integrated with the way that sculpture, we'll call it a sculpture. Um, but with the body, being here, the wings were just kind of like clamped onto the back with a little bit of wing on the side. Um, I wanted to change that a little bit. I wanted them to curve around more to the front. And so the first thing that I did was to remove a bunch of that weight because it's going to make them thinner and easier to manipulate. And then I boiled them in water, which is crazy sounding, but yeah, or I soaked them in boiling water. I didn't put them on the stove in a pot, boil them because things can get really out of hand really fast if you do that. Yeah, Lorenz says that he hopes that Paul feels better, and right on. There you go. More than just me. So thin the wings out, put them in the hot water, soaked them in hot water, and then use my my handy express paint dryer here, and applied as much heat as I could handle. Got my shop gloves out and stuff, and got them to kind of like because they have like this one looks pretty good. You can see this one's got like a little bit of a camber to it. It looks pretty good because this was like one of the last ones that I cast. The early ones had like some weird wiggles in like the feathers and stuff because when you cast them really thin and they come out of the mold, they're actually warm still because like it's two-part plastic, two parts of plastic. You mix it together, it actually catalyzes and it gets quite warm, which is why you're not supposed to run molds over and over and over again because the heat of the resin inside the mold will actually hurt the silicone. It'll make it brittle, and you'll lose fidelity in your mold, and you'll lose elasticity. It's pretty crazy. Oh, that's cool, Chris. Yeah, no worries. Chemical soup. Yeah, well, kind of chemical soup. That's why I didn't want to boil them because I still have mold release on them and stuff. So I just soaked them. Um, and so I was able to get some of that wiggle out and change a little bit of the form so that it looks still look more avian and not so chonky. I didn't want it to look chunky. I wanted it to look thin and look really tight. So yeah, I was able to manipulate them a little bit. I haven't showed them to you because they've changed quite a bit. It goes farther into that. But I wasn't so all that heat and all that time, I must have spent like 3 hours or something like that doing this whole process or more. I got them to move a little bit, but I didn't get them to move enough. And I was kind of at an impasse. I'm like, what am I going to do? I've exhausted my options here. I don't have any other thing to do. So I went to the store and I bought a tool to give myself more options. So my tool that I got, I have a whole line of these already, and I'm not the only one. Mr. Tim the Toolman Harkins also has those too. I went out and I got the battery's not on it. I got a Ryobi battery powered heat gun. It's got the little reducer on the front, but it's just this little guy here. Runs on the 18-volt 4 amp hour or whatever batteries. And yeah, I use this guy. I have two batteries. I was cycling the batteries because you only get about a half hour run out of it before the battery drains. And so I was able to get some pretty good shape. Now let me grab one of them. They're heavy. My whole foam back here is like really delicate. I don't want it to fall. It's got my whole project on it. All right, so let me see. I'll grab the same side. This is a thin cast, but this is pretty good. This is probably similar to what I took it away from. All right, so this one here, pretty thin, actually very thin. This must have been one of the last ones I did. It's sexy. The OG is like battle axe. There you go. It's still not even that thick, but you can see that it's really very, very flat. It doesn't have a lot of style to it, right? It's just like looks like a wing, more or less. Got fingery feathers. So what I've got now, is a couple of things that look something like this. So as you can see, it has a lot of it's very, 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 very thin. As you can see how thin the fidelity is on that stuff, all the details carved in with that little teeny tiny round mill bit. So each one of those is like it's like a tattooist, just like a little fletch. So well, it is fletching, but yeah. So the idea was to make it as detailed and cool looking as I could, and add as much detail to it, so that when I do my painting techniques and stuff like that, or add some painting stuff to it, um, there you go. That's a great focus on it. You can see all the weird little checks and grinds and little bits and marks that I put into it. So now the wings sit on the back of the figure. This is just poking out through one of the holes. I had to re-drill the holes. I had to cut a section off. I cut these chunks off. They basically look about like this. Cut those off, re-drilled, reset the wings so that they now come out and curve towards the front of the sculpture. It makes it way less tall because they can in taking them from that like vertical out the back, and I turn them like sideways and down and then forward. It changes the whole shape of it. It's going to be way easier to photograph, which is hard to do with a very vertical project. I did that with my original mecha contest entry in, oh gosh, 2020 it was. I got second, and it was a fantastically fun build. It was a great time as always. OMC is always so much fun. But I had a hard time shooting photographs because of the verticality of the object. It made it really hard to, because I mean, yeah, you can shoot it and get it in frame, but you have all this extra frame, or your photograph is cropped like ridiculous. Like vertical letterbox. It's like 4 inches, 4 by 12, or something like that. Ridiculous, like out of control. You would nothing you would ever do. What bit did I use for detailing? Says Lorenz, and let me switch to the other camera real quick, and I can show you exactly what I used. Do. All right, the other camera. There's the wing. Does that give you any better example of the? You can see it kind of shimmers a little bit because of all of the little uh grinds and marks I put in it. It was okay. It's still on there. It is this little round bit. It's literally just a teeny, teeny, tiny little ball end mill. It is. Well, here's my index finger, and that's how big it is. So let's get a ruler. Get something that actually has some sort of imperial measurement on it, or empirical. It is. It looks like it's about 1.5 millimeters in size. So it's a ball mill. It's probably like 1 mil or something like that. It's very, very tiny. Just a little ball end. And then for the big Hagen stuff, I just use this. This is this 1/2 inch. Yeah, I think this is a 1/2 inch round drum sander. Yeah, 1/2 inch. Five five tenths of an inch, 1/2 inch. Machinist stuff. But yeah, so just this, and this is like a pretty coarse grained. As you can see, it's pretty gnarly. Um, and then yeah, that's just like me using the tool, and then just you know taking the hard edge of it and just carving little checks out, and then like on the feathers, like tracing the edge down, and then like sculpting and reforming everything so that it all fits together. Because I did change this, it curved in and around so much. I had some weird things that happened on this edge here where stuff was like really folding in and out because these all these feathers right here, they're all like kind of connected. So I ended up cutting a bunch of them in between everything, and like heating and rotating them so that they look nice. These ones aren't so much. The other one is much more. It looks like I still have more, but that's fine. That's fine. But yeah, so that is the bits that I use. It's very messy. Respirator for sure, and HEPA filter fans going, and spray booth fans. This is my respirator that I use. It's a standard 60 or 6,000 series, full or half face. These are just particulate because I'm not really doing anything that requires that like chemicals. This is just standard particulate filter. They're probably past their time, but they work for just keeping the dust out. For what it's worth, and I haven't looked at any of these comments. Lorenz says that's tiny. Yes, it is tiny, and thank you. Yeah, I was trying to go for tattered. This is the the Zaku Warrior Angel of Death, or just like another Angel of Death build. And Brian makes a Zaku with wings again. Um, yeah, here they both are, and they basically sit on the back of the model like this. So you can see that from the top they come back a little bit, but they curve way in. It'll have like it looks like it has a really really great presence from the front. It really looks really wonderful. I'm really pleased with the way that they've turned out. Um, and then yeah, they've just been prime black on top of it. This one was a little bit weak. I had to this feather I broke off, and I had to actually drill into both parts and then pin it and then reglue it, and then add extra like CA, just regular CA, and carve that CA down so that it like kind of matches in. You can see it's a little bit shinier right there. Yeah, that just plugged right back in. And it's literally the exact same spots, exact same mounting locations that I used for the other wings. I just changed where they were on the back here, and then filled it in. I think the other one has 4. Yeah, so this one actually has 4 because I wasn't quite sure where I wanted it, and I set it, and then it was like, oh, that's not right. So I had to drill the next 2 down. So this one, it's this one and the next one down that are the actual ones that sit on it, so that the wing, because the wing was too far, it was too low, I should say, it was too low on the back, so I had to drill the holes up so it sits higher up. But yeah, and then I filled in the other holes too. Are you just using regular CA and zip kicker, but to get that hollow inside there that you can see, because how it sits so close to this weird like round edge of this. I use my ceramics that I'm always ranting and raving about. I use my ceramic scrapers, these Saracana guys. And I just was able to get in there and just hog it out. You just grab right up on the tool and you just can carve these fantastic, like curly streamers of resin. Yeah, here's one. It still had resin on it. But yeah, just use that like sharp corner and then just go through and scrape, 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 scrape back the other direction. Cross hatch. Get them all covered. And yeah, so that's where that is. I painted the silver metallic stuff as well. It's all pretty basic, boring bullshit. It just looks like shiny. And that is literally just the primer, that black 1500 grit primer, and then the Moto iron, metallic iron color. This one. It'll focus. I know it will. Yeah, spray consistency. So this is actually the old bottle. They should come in different bottles now. I got a few of them when I reordered it, so they look like this now. They don't have the squeezy top, but yeah, it's basically the same shit. T024 iron armor, spray consistency, and it's really good. The stuff works really great, and as you can see, I didn't have to go gloss for it to get that nice even sheen on the. I'll grab another piece to get a nice even sheen. No Charlie. It's a Charlie Sheen joke for everyone. You're welcome. Oh, Julio. Are you working on your project, Julio? Oh fuck, I forgot it. Painted these silver. I gotta paint them black again. Damn it. Julio. Yeah, these little bastards. Got real brittle in the year that they were out. They're these little clips that fit on, and you can see. Oh, on this side they look sort of normal. See that? On the other side, they don't. They look like they're all filled in, and that's because they are filled in with super glue because they fucking broke on me. Which is fine. The shear line or the break line, where is it? Here it is. The way that this thing broke. Oh, we have a Chris.
Keep yourself bigger. Show the wing.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah. So this guy. Here we go. Get a pointy thing. So the break that happened on this happened in a weird spot. It happened like right here, or yeah, or it was like it was a weird diagonal break. It was fucking stupid. It was broken to the point where on this side, yeah, it was like right here, and then it came around the front and was real close over here. So there was nothing that I could do on that inside front, but over here, where I had the ability where I could fill in both sides, it broke through the center of that crack. Um, yeah, I was able to use your standard, Tamiya extra thin, and then let that sit so that the plastic has a good chance to cure up and get strong itself again after it fuses with it melts it with acetate or acetone, melts it with acetone, and then you can scooch together and let it sit. And then I went in after it was cured and I put super glue in that reveal, in this little crack right here. And once that cured on its own, I let it cure slow. I just sanded it down so that it was smooth. And then that makes enough strength so that, your part doesn't have to be pinned and it won't break in theory. So That's that. What's going on with Chris?
There's nothing going on with me right now. I wasn't ready.
Oh,
I wasn't
what?
ready.
You don't have to be ready. I'm just turning around, so I'm not looking at my
Oh,
hands.
okay.
Chris Collins, howdy as well.
What is
How?
going on?
Oh, it's that time of year.
Yeah.
End of
Yeah.
contest push time.
Dude, we're getting there. We are getting there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Wear my T-shirt I got at Comic Con. This thing's awesome. I love it. It's like the thickest print.
This is beautiful. That's a beautiful looking
It's like I'm wearing a tarp.
print. Yeah. Is that screen print or DTP?
I don't know.
I mean, looking at it, it looks like it may be direct to print, which means you might want to be careful with washing it. Um, because if it was screen print, that would if it was made well, it would last forever. But
Right.
it's a beautiful print, regardless of beautiful design.
Yeah, it's good.
Mm.
Comic Con shirt, baby.
You- I see
Good
a
stuff.
Julio in the chat, but he's not here. What's happening?
Yeah, no, I know. That's how it always is. Oh, here's another thing I did too, guys. And this was shared on the Cerulean Project Discord, and I started cleaning it up last night, which is I'll seal the show again. Was the shield. So if anybody has been here for 3 years since I last worked on this thing in 2020, my original thought was to um pull some of my punker stuff out, grab some steel spikes off of a choker, something like that, and then throw them on here. And I did. I drilled out the back of where the regular spikes go in. I put on these non-flared, like I think they're 5/8 inch or 3/4 inch metal stainless steel spikes, and one of these spikes weighs more than this whole entire piece of this shield. And I
Jesus
put
Christ!
3 of them on there. I put 3 of them on there, and you put it on the pauldron, and it just like fucking sags down. Yeah, it was super metal as fuck. Not necessary. Not necessary at all. But I get it, right? I get it. So what I did instead, because I kind of fucked them up, and I don't want spikes on it. I wanted to change it up. I wanted to make it look a little bit different, and I had to custom cut and file it. They look pretty round, but they're actually wide. They're short and a little bit wide and a little bit cockeyed on the outside one, and the top is actually kind of like tapered a little bit at the end. So I had to like cut them oversized out of just a piece of sheet styrene stock, just this like thick ass 2 mil styrene. Um, Draw out a random circle. I used one of the spikes with the pencil and just drew it out, and then cut outside, and then filed it down, and then glued those in with the regular cement. And then I was able to yesterday with a little bit of time last night because I was a little bit tired. I sanded that first one down flush, so it doesn't really look super flush because it's white. It's really hard to see that shine. But yeah, it fucking. And the other ones are really obviously very tall. Looks like a Sacramento in there or something.
Mm. Mm-mm. Well.
We do this like this. There, close up. Uh,
Ah, so
you're
I'm trying to connect to
he's
my other camera, but it's being a bit of a
being
pain.
funky.
Yeah, it's being fun.
Jeff says machine out the interior of the spikes. What machine? With what machine? My D550 Dremel. Uh. And they're threaded, so that's how they stayed on. Is you screw through the back, threaded. You know how it goes. Julius, excellent. Now that Julius is here, I can talk about something that I was starting to talk about earlier this stream when I was on my blah, 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 about my work. About mold making. We talked about mold making a lot last time. We had a good conversation, I feel. And I want to, as I'm working on this project for Julius out there in the audience, I would like to do a molding demo, like demonstration. So set it up like they do a cooking show, have a bunch of different things ready, and pressure casting stuff ready, so that I can show you and talk with you guys out there in the audience about the process that I go through to prep my little stuff like Gundam stuff and model parts for reproduction, so that you can maybe get a leg up. And if you have the will and the drive to want to do something like that, to give you a better education as to what goes into that kind of process. So as long as I get Julius's permission, I can use some of the parts that he wants me to work on with him in said demonstration. And that'd be kind of cool, I think, and we'll work on that. It's not going to happen yet. It'd be like December, or November, when it actually happens, because I gotta like do it, and I got a bunch of other shit in the way. So,
Oh my.
did you get? Is your other camera? It looks cleaner. Did you switch it?
No, no. No,
I'm just
it's not
getting
this one.
used to it.
It's the one that can move around. Yeah, I haven't streamed in a long time.
Ooh, it's been a long time. Yes.
Yeah, it's
Yep,
been a
you're
minute.
in.
I don't know how to behave. I don't know how to behave. I was trying to show what I've done for the Exia, but I don't know how I'm gonna. I guess I could just. This is what I did.
Yeah,
Show it
I
on
mean that's what
camera.
I've been doing.
I don't know, man. It seems so primitive.
Eh, that's okay.
Ah,
It's spooky
so
season. We got Freddy's glove up there.
it is spooky season, man. Can't believe it's already. We're already in October. At the end of
We're
October.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Chris, it's almost November, brother. You're
I
like,
know,
oh,
man.
it's May 5th. Oh, my dear child, it is the end of October.
Oh, honey,
What?
no. We are way into October.
September or whatever, right? Yeah. That's a good one. Oh man, that is so good.
Uh, yep. Count the date. Oh no, was it set the date. May something. It's like, no, oh honey, we are well into
Yeah, set the date. That's right. Get the calendar. Set the date. May
it.
5th. Oh, it's so good.
Ah,
Yeah, Julius, thank you. Yeah, totally. It'd be cool. I think it'd be a cool, fun tutorial. I know that Tim did a couple of them back in the day, a little bit about dump molding and stuff, but yeah,
it
good luck
sounds like
finding those.
it sounds similar to the format we did for the photography stuff, right? Because we had
Oh, yeah.
so I was like teaching and the apparatus was there, and then we had people like Julio and Kyle on that you were
Hmm.
teaching towards, which would then help you show um kind of the methods and all that stuff as you're teaching them to whoever's watching, which I think is a really good format because that way you have a one-to-one kind of rapport and you're not just talking to a camera. So
Hmm.
yeah, I think it's a great format. I think it'll be a good time for anybody who wants to learn how to do all that stuff.
Yeah. Dude,
Yeah.
yeah, to try and replicate something you sculpted. I know that Sweet Baby J has done quite a bit of that too, with some help and some suggestions about making molds. She did some of her sculptures. I have one
Did
somewhere.
she?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
she
right.
was
She
doing
did.
her
Yeah.
little sculpts and then do her little pours.
You're
She
right.
got
You're right.
several different flavors of monster clay to sculpt in. This is all pandemic time, man. We all got creative. People were baking
Yeah.
bread, knitting Afghans and shit. We just made
We
models.
just made models, man. Right?
Yeah,
We did what we could that helped us heal the world.
yeah, yeah. It was good.
Something like
I was thinking about when my hands molted, when I lost all my skin off my hands from being a metal worker and sitting at the bench. Oh, we got 3 now.
oh, look at it. Who is this little guy?
Here we
Look at this
go.
Hi,
little
little
guy in the
guys.
corner.
Hi.
It's the Mega Chooch,
It's the Mega Chooch.
hosted by Joel Olstein.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Huli
That dude's an
Olstein.
evangelist.
Huli Olstein. Yeah, he's the Mega Church guy. So you're the Mega Chooch guy. So
Oh, the god
We're gonna
damn. I
start
gotta change
calling
my
you-
name.
we're gonna call you Huli Olstein. One word.
I hate it. I hate it so
That's
much.
the point. That's the point. No, I'm
I
fucking.
don't like
we
it.
wouldn't do that. We won't do that. Let's see. Julia says I've made some attempts at making molds, but only for small parts. Yeah, that's fantastic. It's fun to try and it's fun to work with, and I think that I can offer a few tips and tricks and show you how I approach more complicated forms. Because some of the things that I'm gonna have to cast are not only thin in the wrong direction, they're tall also in the same wrong direction. So yeah, that stuff's not very easy to do if you don't know what you're doing. I know what I'm doing.
That describes a lot of people.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
Well, yeah. Yep. But it'll be cool because we'll be doing I'll get fast silicone and we'll be able to do in like a couple of hours. I'll probably, if I have it all set up right, I should be able to make a couple of molds and maybe even pull casts. So
Castle.
I might schedule a special episode, like a weekend thing,
Multiple.
so that I have like afternoon time and people can have time. Because like, you know, a lot of people day job stuff. We start at 9. That's only 6 o'clock on the West Coast. So yeah, maybe a weekend thing. I'm gonna work it out. It's in a workshopping phase. Mr. Julio,
What's up, man?
welcome.
Thank you.
I gave you a hard time right away because it's custom.
I fucking hate Joel Osteen, dude.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
the fucking worst.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's pretty bad. Give him that one.
Pretty bad.
See. Oh, yes.
Nice, Julio. Chris, are you still working on your camera, Chris? Or
I am.
okay. Well, I'm drinking at Barks because I'm 113 days of not having any booze.
Sobriety!
No, just no booze.
I consider that sobriety because this is a plant.
I'll have you know.
That other stuff is all refined and shit. It just comes from Earth, Mother Earth.
This comes from the earth. Man, so funny. Cool. It's gonna be a fun tutorial. So how's it going, Julio? Give me some words. How was your cerulean?
I got base coats down.
Okay.
And I got a clear coat on. I got maybe like another half an hour, and I can start masking for the next colors.
Oh.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Kind of real close here.
No, you real close.
Have you seen
That's the way I
mine?
like it.
It's just black.
Yeah, he doesn't have colors down there.
I don't have any color down at all.
I mean,
I do
Kinda
actually.
close.
I have metal, so
At the very
What?
most, we can get extension, so it's not too crazy.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not. It's gonna be okay. Mine's not
Yeah.
gonna be too bad. A lot of mine was really I needed to do a bunch of refining from 3 years ago. So
Look at that!
Ooh.
Look at that shine!
Oh, I did promise that whenever I showed back up on the dojo, I would do residue. So
Oh yeah!
I'll get that set up here in a little bit too.
sure.
'Cause I have good stuff to say and I have not so good stuff to say.
Aww.
Because things are.
Gotta see this one. Is that Jeff? Is that the photo that you photoshopped from all those years ago? I can't access it through my what I currently have. Got to go to the here you go here. So convoluted.
Okay, I think I'm ready.
Okay.
I think. Let me see if I can switch to it. I don't. There we go. All right. So, wait, can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yes.
So I finished this main body like months ago, right? Like,
Here we give you the full soda.
let me see if I can take it down and then pick the camera up. So I finished that guy like some months back, right? Like,
Yes.
and for some reason it took me a really long time to get the backpack started.
Mhm.
So I got the backpack started and I finished it like, oh god, I don't know, maybe a week ago, or maybe last week. Yeah, last week. I say I finished all this stuff, so it looks really simple, but it wasn't. The bad thing is like this is version 1 of this kit, so it doesn't come with those like fancy swords that the other amazing Exia has. Swords, the little pointy stuff. So I had to use these things right here, like these little blade things right here.
Swords.
And these are the worst because they are like very tight C clips in there, and I broke a couple, so I had to repair that. The problem is what the break was like very visible, like where I'm pointing at right here. So I had to fix it so that break line was completely invisible, and at the same time kept tolerances, while at the same time not being like super loose, so you can still move it around and all that stuff. I also had to adjust like the ball joint underneath here so that could be this could be adjustable and stuff. And then also for some bizarre reason, I decided to detail underneath the this top shell. You can see it's not just white in there. Oh well, I don't know if I can't even see the screen, so I can't
Yeah,
tell.
it's pretty dark. Yeah,
It is pretty
not
dark.
gonna
So
lie.
let me see if I can. Let's see if we can fix that because
Chris
well, I
works
made
in
it
the
even
dark.
darker now.
That's why his models
Dark
always
in
look
here.
good. He works in the dark.
At work, you guys merely adopted the darkness or something.
I was
I
Did
don't
it
know.
wrong. It's just to go. You merely adopted the dark.
What
I
accent
was
is that?
born
Where's
in
he from?
Anyway.
underground.
That's not a place.
There's that,
That
and then
is.
obviously that comes in pairs, right? So you got the second part right here. So there's that. I was planning on taking photos today, but I kind of got derailed with other family.
Spider-Man. Spider-Man.
No. I haven't don't play today. But
Okay.
yeah, so this is pretty much all done. Nice. So for those that don't know, this is also the Cerulean project build. So you can see the green
Cerulean.
in certain spots. Cerulean. Then also you got the swords, which I think you guys must. If you guys follow me on Instagram, I posted on my stories, and I posted all of these on as a post as well. So, and then what's nice is the silver here, or I guess not really silver, steel is also clear coated in a polyurethane 2K clear, so
Okay.
that maintains like it maintains like the metallic sheen while being super glossy and reflective. I don't know if you again go this way. There we go.
Yeah,
You guys might be able to see that.
yeah, you can see it. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's nice. It's protected. Like this isn't gonna chip off or anything during shipping. A lot of this is protected by polyurethane 2K, which is then clear coated in a matte so that it maintains the not glossy
Illusion.
surface. Yes,
Nice.
illusion, I guess.
So,
There
you
are
get
a
all the
couple more.
strength.
Yeah, so there are a couple more pieces that I could do, like the shield and some other stuff, but at least at the very basic of basics, like if I were to take photos of this thing, it would look at least complete, which I'm planning to because I don't think I'll have enough time to finish the rest of it. But yeah, this is all done. Now I can take photos of it, then ship it off to its new owner, which took
Yay.
a really
Look
long
at
time.
that fancy David Union D400 in the background.
Yeah, look how clean it is too. I just cleaned this up, like give it a bit of a
Yeah, it looks
wipe.
real clean.
See,
We had a
Cool.
looks awesome Chris from our good friend Jeff Longman, and Mr.
Oh.
William Wimes says another amazing build.
Thank you. So, on top of that, because
Top of
idle hands
spaghetti.
never stay still. I am also working on this guy, which I've been getting some help from Mikey Wine, Gundamonium Works, in terms of lighting and wiring on this guy. Because so here is
I know what it is. I know what it is. Awesome.
let me see the SDF one. It's like 1/400 scale or something like that. It's not a big build, but the client wants it to be fully lit.
Yeah, so you have a lot of drilling to do.
Lots of drilling. So the one saving grace of this thing is that there's no joints. There's barely any moving parts. I mean, I can like lift this up and it's like, oh, it's two pieces. It's two pieces now. So it's not. It's a pretty hollow kit. So there's enough room in there for me to maneuver like fiber optics around and LEDs and stuff like that. So there'll be LEDs on the chest, on the feet, and then I also picked up four of these customized scene bases from Bandai.
Okay.
So this will
Interesting. I
house.
haven't seen those, but that's cool as fuck.
Yeah, so I bought four of these, right? So they connect into like a larger kind of set piece. So I think
Uh-huh.
scale wise, since the SDF one in the movie floats over the city, right? I think it's a
Right.
good scale. So
Uh-huh.
tiny things, and blah blah blah, and then this will help me house any of
Baterías.
kind of power
Oh yeah, all
source,
the juice. Yeah.
all the juice. Yeah.
Baterías.
So Yeah, it'll be nice. You guys can see like the inside there. It's
Pretty good.
and
I haven't
I'll
seen
try to
those
paint this
before.
up too.
That's nice.
Yeah, and then, what I can also do is I can add some lights onto the scene itself as well. So it's not
Mhm.
it won't be completely static. I think it'll be cool if it's been in the planning phase for a really long time now, and I've gotten pretty frustrated because I'm not the greatest like LED guy. Like
How dare you?
I hate wiring. Wiring has been anytime I've added wiring to my builds, it's been a nightmare. So this one is probably my most ambitious. Um, I kind of wish I could have somebody design the wiring for me, like the layout, but
Mm,
it is
right.
what it is. I'll figure it out. Another thing to kind of try to
Can't
get
you
down
get
and
that fucking was it Evans LEDs or some shit like that? Can't
I
you get like a
did,
set
yeah.
for Root? And they don't have it like set for that model, right?
No, they don't. But like I did go to them, right? So I went to Evans Designs and
That's what it is.
they sent me like a whole bunch of like, like the fiber optics and all of their stuff essentially that I would need. So if you
Yeah.
guys don't know evansdesigns.com right there. I don't know if it's like backwards on the camera.
No.
Nope, that's right. Yeah, just
Yeah,
your
so
views backwards.
okay. And then, you got the power source right here. And then what's nice is like on the site it tells you. So if you buy like a certain set of LEDs, it'll be like, okay, well, this is what you'll need for this to work. You'll need this resistor and that resistor and tell us how many you need. And it's really it helps that it's kind of set out in layman's terms. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah,
String
that's
tube.
awesome.
So
Cool.
hopefully we'll get this done sooner than later. I don't want to keep holding on to this thing and then there's other stuff that needs working on, so that piece of yeah.
Good
So
stuff, Ames.
Right on.
thank
Here we go.
thanks.
Coconut Milk asks, anyone know when the VN cast Kshatriya is coming? I thought it was around now.
Kshatriya.
You know what? We're doing resin news potentially later tonight, so hang on to your butts.
Kshatriya.
I think I'll read right over. I gotta tell you.
All right, Mr. Julio.
Kshatriya.
Time is now. The children are our future.
Teach them well and let them lead the way. It kind of looks like a Ninja Turtle.
I don't see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good elements of it.
He's got a Ninja Turtle on him.
That's bootleg Halo guy.
It's a Doodoo ST.
I was gonna say it reminds me of one of the guys from this game Titanfall.
Focus? It won't focus.
Stand by for Titanfall.
Concentrate,
Oh,
focus,
Titanfall
power.
dudes. Yeah. If I made it
So
so
I don't
even
know.
more crazy.
I don't know if this is the Mandela effect or not, right? But in the game, when somebody says "stand by for Titanfall," I always think that they have a southern accent.
Stand by for Titanfall.
Stand by for Titanfall.
Stand by for Titanfall. Maybe. It's a possibility.
Look at this chrome.
All right, so Julio's is wet paletting. Ooh, look at that shine. What is
Look at
that? What is
That's
that
the
shiny shit?
that's the Moto shit.
Ooh, which Moto
Yeah.
shit? Is it the
The
chrome?
Moto Neo.
Oh, look at that fancy Moto. Because I was using Moto spray consistency.
Yeah.
Is that over there a gloss black?
Yeah.
Call
Isn't
it
that
Master Doof.
Master Boof.
Master Doof.
In the marijuana world, Boof is bad weed. I want to be Master Boof.
Oh no. Huh? I almost dropped the hammer.
Oh no.
Wow, look at that shiny shit. Holy cow.
Right? Good ass layers, man.
That is wild.
Nice chrome.
Is that all the stuff that's going underneath or
Yeah. And I got some color shift in there too.
color shift? Julio's
Color
turbo
shift.
darking.
Well, it's SMS.
Oh, SMS.
Yeah. I think that's gonna look real nice.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, buddy. That's the chameleon one.
Oh, Coconut Milk says I'll try to watch it. My wife just popped out a baby in Thailand. The
Oh,
rest of the kids are
congrats.
easily available here. I hope that the kid would be out before traveling back home. That a kit would be out before.
Oh, I was gonna say, I was like, well, I mean, I can't tell you the release date of when your kid pops out. That's
Yeah.
like a thing.
Congratulations on
Yeah.
the child.
Yeah, definitely.
Indeed.
Congratulations.
I really like this red.
It's interesting. It doesn't look super red.
It's orangey.
Yeah, it's got that good orange
Yeah.
quality.
It's gonna go good with the green.
Is that also SMS?
Yeah.
You're orange.
Mm,
Ooh,
I like
repping
that.
SMS.
I like that.
Oh.
Yeah, I bought a bunch of colors a while back. And I had some extras from He Who Shall Not Be Named. So I was like, fuck it, I'm using this.
Oh, word.
Yeah. The only thing I really used was one green.
Mhm.
Why are you buying paint from Voldemort? What?
No, you didn't buy
That
shit.
shit, dude. He's
he
got magic
didn't
on
buy
him.
nothing.
This was anti-fouling red. There you go. The only thing I don't like about SMS is that you burn through this shit, dude.
Oh, because it's premix.
Yeah.
Just like all clad stuff is.
Yeah. So now I'm gonna paint this little backpack side saddle thing real quick and wait for
Mhm.
shit to dry.
Mm-hmm.
When I got my base done, well, not completely. I think I want to add some
So-
like oil and some other
So
stuff.
outside of the build, outside of the build itself, Lulu, how have you felt building again after so long?
It feels good. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You like it?
Yeah. I was
Good.
I was priming the Vitor and I was like, damn, I should have did more to this. It's always I gotta do more. I gotta do more.
Oh, I hear you.
Yeah. But I think what I did to it's gonna look really fucking cool. So
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah, like this
Should be
There
good.
you go.
Awesome.
It's great to hear, man. I'm glad that you are back in the swing of it.
Yeah,
Enjoying
saddles.
yourself.
It's like a bicycle.
I really feel like that, we
I
need
actually
to
think,
do more thing is a trap, right? That we set up for ourselves.
yeah, very much
Yeah,
so.
absolutely. Then we spoke about it on the podcast, right? Like where sometimes some people just don't know when
When
to
to
be like,
quit.
okay, put the tools down. This is good.
Mhm.
If I do any more, it'll ruin the vision, or it'll muddy what I'm trying to do. And
I think if
I
I
don't do
did
that.
more on the Vitor, it would look a little bit like nicer. Honestly.
What do you mean
But
by
then-
nicer?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
like more eye catching, I would say. It's gonna be pretty eye catching, but I think that's just my brain fucking with me. Like if you do more, it'll
Your
look,
brain is 100% fucking with you. I think this is your vision, right? And I think it's also a little bit of confidence, like an issue with self-confidence, because you're not confident that you've done your best here. But you have to be confident, be like, this is some good shit. It's it's okay.
it's not the worst
worry
thing
about
I've ever done.
Ugh. Excuse me. Julio, Jeff asked if you top that shiny shit with anything.
Yeah, it's all clear coated with the SMS clear coat, which was really helpful because I think if I used like what is the one I have here, the Alclad, it would have ate through some of the paint since it's acrylic lacquer and Alclad's pure lacquer. So I was like, fuck it, let me just use this. But
I hear
again,
you.
I fucking run through that shit. The clear coat, what?
Well,
But it's good stuff. I
part
like
of the game.
SMS is pretty
Well,
good.
Adam carries it all, so.
Yeah. He's a cool paint, guys. Like, you should buy it per project. I don't think, like, you should get, like, a bunch of this or a bunch of that.
It's not something you would stock, is what you're telling me.
Yeah. But, like, you have a project, you want some colors, get it.
It's not like my mission models that I like to use that I can just
Get
buy
those.
and store.
Yeah. You think it's easier to store, or, like, does acrylic have better shelf life than lacquer?
No, I'd say no.
Yeah.
Huh?
I don't.
No,
I think
I
that
mean,
it's
so
all-
I had a couple of mission models, and obviously I have a bunch of Gaia and stuff like that, and the mission models didn't keep as well. I don't think kept as well as the Gaia. I've been able to preserve the Gaia a lot longer than the mission models.
Well, yeah, I've had mission models paints for 5 years that are still fine.
Yeah, I got some here.
Yeah. It's like concentrate. Ultimately, it's really just like concentrated pigment, and then you're adding reducer
Yes,
to
sir.
thin it out. Right. A lot of lacquer is the same way too. You can thin it way down, especially if it's anchor it. Whatever that stuff was.
I,
That's like that's the shit that turned Joker into the Joker in '89. That
Smilac.
smells
I
like it.
I opened a bottle of oil stain from Vallejo, and that shit was gone. Like hardened, like,
No.
gone. Yeah, I was like,
Oh
oh
no.
fuck me, dude. Like, what? I gotta check
Man.
all my paints here now because I don't know the like shelf life.
Word. Oh, I had an acrylic ink that was the same way too. I got it on sale from Michael's, and I got it home and opened it up, and it was like pretty goopy.
Shit, man. I got this Mission Models white now here,
Uh-huh.
gloss white, and it's just chunked at the bottom.
Gloss?
Yeah,
Is that the
gloss white
001?
base.
Oh,
002.
gloss base.
Yeah.
I don't see. I don't even fuck with any of
There's a chunk of it at the
Like,
bottom.
people will hate on Mission Model. That's happened a lot in like some friend groups I have recently. Not you guys, Chris and Julio, but been getting flack for Mission Models paints.
Mm.
And it's funny because like every time someone talks about a paint that they had Mission Models that they had issues with, it's like I haven't used that and I don't have issues because I didn't use that. The one that I did have issues with for Mission Models, the one paint of theirs that I had issues with was that green pearl metallic, which is like I feel like the more things you add to the name is like a more of a chance that it's just gonna fuck up.
Yeah.
Because if it was just green, that's probably gonna be fine. Sure. Yeah, maybe it was green pearl, it might have been okay. But it's like green pearl metallic, and it's just like, oh,
You went too far.
you're begging for it, buddy. You're just asking for trouble. Jeff says finishers are super thick out of the jar. I haven't had a chance to use finishers yet. Chris,
Yeah, the Twin Tower is mostly finishers, and what I found really interesting about most of the finishers I've used is a lot of it is very translucent. Like it's very thin.
Hmm.
Like once the correct amount of thinner for you is applied, and I start to throw that shit down, like this green on the Twin Tower is incredibly like, well, it's almost see through out of the box, and I think that's on by design because it's for mostly cars. This is really think of this as like a Jaguar green, I'd say.
right.
So
Yeah, it's
it
meant to
works
be
it
built
works really
up.
well for cars. Yeah, so it's several. This is several layers and stuff like that, and to get it smooth, it's not a lot of effort, but it is very easy to overlayer and clump stuff up. So if you guys are looking to
Right.
try finishers, Galactic sells the bottles. So
Yes.
give it a shot if you want to choose. You want to. But I do recommend that you guys pick up the thinner for finishers because Mr. Thinner and Mr. Leveling Thinner don't work particularly well with
Really? Oh,
finishers.
that's interesting to know.
Yeah. What I found that the finishers thinner is a lot more oil based than
So it's got like retarder and like extenders and that kind of stuff in it.
yes.
Stuff that
Yeah.
slows down the drying.
Correct.
Like if you were painting traditionally, you would use more linseed oil with your mix. You would actually have a little vial of linseed oil next to your turpentine or trypanoid and your whatever your mineral
And
spirits.
again,
And then
I think it's more by design, just because of what Nobu-san had kind of purposed these paints for. So it makes sense for his like uses and purposes.
Here we go.
That'd be coconut milk would be more. That would be more a Julio question right there. Right?
What?
Maybe. Coconut Milk is
Anyone?
asking, does anyone have experience with army painter airbrush paint or actually all acrylic water-based paints?
Yeah. I normally fuck with Vallejos, and you can mix that with the Tamiya acrylic thinner X20A. I haven't fucked with any of the other thinners from Tamiya, but this one in Vallejo seems to lay down really, really well. Army Painter, I'm guessing, is about the same as Vallejo because they always look like about the same consistency, but I haven't fucked with it, so you can give it a try. But yeah, the Tamiya X20A. as you get it nice and milky, a little thicky milky. It'll spray great, man. At like a 15 psi. Shut your face, Babs. Acrylics ain't bad. I do enjoy. I've actually mixed the X28 with a little of what are these? The Citadel paints, and it's worked well too. Yeah, buddy.
Interesting.
You got a whole ass jar.
Interesting. I have 2 whole ass jars.
You should use some acrylic. Oh,
it's $5. What the fuck? Like, of course.
I actually bought the big square bottle of it, and I just refill this little one that I have.
Oh sure.
Yeah.
With the Jogos. Gotcha. Makes sense. Yeah, no, this was just like I was buying Tamiya acrylics, which I instantly put in a corner and have not touched as soon as I got them and used them for a second. I was like, oh, why did I? I tried, okay? I tried. I threw some money at the local shop. I did a good deed. Didn't work out. That's okay. And then went to lacquers, and Tamiya lacquer way better. But this stuff I've actually used at the recommendation of Mr. Will Pattison to help decals sink into, because it will melt your decal film. But you gotta be careful.
Yeah.
So, it's like a last resort. Yeah, when did I crack this stuff open? 8/10/22. Shop habits die hard. You mark everything you open.
It helps.
Again, yeah. So I've got my paints set out. I researched or referenced my old drawing that I did back in 2020 for when I first had the idea to do this. And I was really weird. It's a lot of blue and a lot of like really, really light green and purple. So I don't know if I'm going to go that route with it. But I have some greens set aside from Mission to fuck with. Weird ones. I have deep green World War II, like a Mitsubishi Japanese green. I have a Residigrun. I don't know what that means. Resedagrun. That.
No idea.
Also a green, but it's when it separates, because you know how you have to get the little ball in there, you shake them up.
Yeah.
It separates when it separates the separated part, like the bottom is all like this dark greenish color, green tinge, and the top is like a red.
What?
It's really crazy. But when you mix it up, it's just like nice green. I also have field gray, which is green. Believe it or not.
Yeah. Field gray?
Yeah, field gray.
Yeah.
But that's green. It's green.
I hate when you do that with German gray. Like, which brand of German gray am I getting now?
Yeah, this
green,
is probably,
the blue.
Right. Yeah, the nice thing about one thing I liked about Mission Model Paints is if you've done any industry work, like working with paint matching or powder coating or any of that kind of stuff, like fabrication shit, a lot of them, they have the RAL number, which is the powder coat number. So if you know what you're looking for, the Mission Model Paints will have that, which is kind of cool.
Nice.
I pulled in my Createx browns, the Bloodlines browns, because I really like the way this illustrative brown works. It's like Chris was saying, with the finisher stuff being very translucent. As an acrylic, this stuff goes on really, really translucent. That's why I like these ones. They're more of an illustrative acrylic ink than they are an acrylic paint.
Very nice.
And then I got a couple dark brown or a couple dark grays to go with it. So I'm going to be playing a lot with the black, and then I've got red as a highlight too. So I'm going to be doing some very, very stark stuff. But I've got these ideas, and it's like the way I see it in my head, trying to make sure that, or not make sure, but try to capture that kind of idea or those vibes that are going on in the finished piece is going to be a little bit challenging. So it's going to be some time. Rush. Wait, Coconut Milk says one problem though with the air paint is that it's already thin so much. I regret not buying the normal paint instead. You know, I had Vallejo Air for a long time. I recently got rid of it because it was one of those things where it wasn't really sitting on the shelf too well, and I wasn't really using it. I needed the space. But I also thin that quite a bit, even though it says it's supposed to be put right in the airbrush.
Yeah.
And if you put it right in the airbrush and use it, it will clump up in your airbrush and not.
A little
Personally.
was it retarder you used to put?
Yeah, I use retarder and flow improver.
Flow improver.
Yeah, so
I remember
just this stuff. It's made by a lot of different companies. This is just the Vallejo flow improver because it's what they had at the store when I bought it. I know Liquitex makes it as well. Golden acrylic paints makes it as well. I use a lot of Golden products. And then I have this, which is by Createx.
Excuse me.
The non-PC name of retarder. And it just slows down the drying time, basically. And I put that in all of my thinner. So I mix my own thinner. For those of you that don't know it, I mix my own acrylic thinner out of butoxyethanol, which is which I get it from Createx, but you could probably get it industrially. And that flow improver and the retarder in different ratios depending on what time of year it is. Because I'm on the coast, the ocean is across the street, and the humidity here goes.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to kind of adjust my mix as per.
I put that shit on everything.
Frank's Red
Put it
Hot.
on pizza. Put it on rice. Put that shit on everything.
Excellent, eh?
I actually really do put Frank's on
Hot sauce. Frank's hot. I put that shit
was
on
that?
everything.
What was that, Julio?
I really do put Frank's on everything now.
Oh, you do put Frank's in it. All right.
Yeah.
Of course he
It's
does.
so good.
Coconut milk about the reducing your paint. You can get your paint pretty thin, especially if you're airbrushing small stuff. You can get your paint pretty thin and dial your pressure way back and get real close to your model and get real precise with your work. It's just a kind of like finding that balance. The good thing about these paints being like this is that you can work on in just small quantities. So you can take your Vallejo Air, which is made with a little teeny tiny dropper. You can drop a couple of drops of that, take a couple of drops of thinner from get like some pipettes or something like that from wherever. They sell them everywhere. And then just pipette a little bit of thinner, like drop some thinner in there and mix it up and work with it to the point where it becomes the thin way that you want it to be thin, but it doesn't get so thin that it breaks, where your binder and your pigment separate. I don't know if you can reverse that. I'm sure that there are people that could potentially reverse it by adding more binder, whatever that might be, but like that's like mixing pigment and oil to make oil paint. I never got to do that. I just know about it.
Now's the time. Get on it, Brian.
Not with 5 days or 4 days to spare. And one of those days is a day where I have to drive down to Philly for the modeling club and come back. So I'm not gonna lose my Sunday.
Yeah.
I really don't mind though. It's gonna be fun. I guess I could always, if this model falls through and I don't get it to the point where I feel like I can take nice quality photos of it, I can always just use the Porsche.
Yeah, true.
Because it was also built within the timeline and is also very green.
Super true, man.
Oh yeah, totally play around with the paints, coconut milk, whatever. Yeah.
The one thing I'm surprised about is that for a lot of people, except maybe one other person I've noticed, they made green their primary color.
Right.
Like they took the literal, like, oh, this year's color is green, primary color. And that wasn't part of the like. It doesn't have to be the primary color. It could have been.
No, it can. Yeah.
It can be your accent. It could be a tertiary. It could be a secondary color. It doesn't matter. If there's green in it, that will take it.
Yeah, he was saying it could be like a whole thing, like a whole big ass whatever it is, and then like one little green tree on your vignette diorama.
You'll take it. Yep.
There you go, baby. That's enough green.
It's enough.
Though I have seen some really good greens coming out, though. Right? It's been interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I appreciate the work that I see. Feel like the There's been a lot of hard work. People are trying new stuff and challenging themselves. That's the point.
It is indeed.
I hate it.
Oh, what do you hate?
Doing new stuff and challenging myself.
You don't like that?
No,
Julio doesn't like the pain. He doesn't like the pain of the process.
I think I'm just an asshole who fucked myself by scrambling at the end, and that's what's like pissing me off. It's
Well,
like,
you
I
know,
procrastinated a lot, bro. And I'm mad at myself. I sit down and have a talk with myself.
You should.
I do that all the time.
Intervention.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stop smoking weed and playing video games, stupid.
Stupid.
You don't have to stop completely,
Yo,
but you have to meter it.
He's got to stop it.
you know the
Please.
first like 2-3 years that I was going hard making models, I barely played video games.
Of course.
It's fucked up, man. There's got to be
I
a
know.
video game modeling balance in hobby life, right?
There's I know of an episode or two of a podcast you can listen to where you talk about.
I did, didn't I?
You did.
We all did, yeah. We all did.
That was a good episode.
It was a good episode.
Yeah, lots of them. There's always good episodes.
Ah.
Yeah, man.
Ready for that resin news?
I guess so.
I
You
guess
gotta
so.
do it if you don't want to, man.
I guess so. We'll talk about it.
Yo.
We'll talk about a couple. So I know we haven't done it in a while, and there's been a whole bunch of new releases and update and stuff. I won't talk about everything because it's quite
Too
a bit.
much.
You know, some of
Yeah.
some of the more
It's a lot.
notable ones, right? So let's see. Let me start with transitioning. So the first one is this was announced a long time ago, maybe half a year at this point. This is the Stickler Studio 1100 Fenrir from Advanced Zeta. So this is a
Give 'em big
full.
and big.
I am. Hang on.
This is a
Here, let me
full
get rid of the
resin.
border. Yeah, go on.
So this is a full resin. Yeah, full resin kit, no conversion. What you see on its left or its right, on the left, is the 1100 Rune Wart that they had made a couple years back. If you guys want to check that out, I did build that kit. So if you look at my Instagram, you'll see it on there. So this is just a bunch of renderings. They have started costing some parts and pieces. It looks great, right? If you guys want to see like a closer look of those bits and pieces, then Dream Studio K has a couple of previews. I can't find their site right now, but it is well on its way to being produced. So ignore the renders for now, but you can see like the different kind of at least levels of detail that this thing provides. I like Stickler Studios. Craig Chan, very approachable dude. Had some decent conversations in the past. I like their work. In the past, it's been kind of a mixed bag of quality, but in terms of design, at the very least, I enjoy what they do. So the fact that they're continuing and creating more AOZ stuff, I am 100% on board. So Fenrir, no, it's not your typical. I don't know, what do you call it? What would you call it? I don't know what to call this thing. It's not your typical
AOZ design?
no, it is your typical AOZ design.
It's not a typical mobile suit. I like it.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's not your typical mobile suit. So definitely something that'll stand out from the rest of what you're building. And it is a massive guy. Like the Ward is 1100 version is
I haven't even looked at this thing. What is up with that? Wow.
the butt. See?
Turn it around. It's got some cheeks
Come
on it.
on. There you go.
Oh yeah, that is very AOZ.
It is
It's
very
awesome.
AOZ.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at these fucking fists and stuff. Yeah. So very cool. No release date, obviously. I'm not going to talk about release dates here. Okay, so there's that. And then so from them, I'm going to move. Who asked about it earlier? Who was it?
Coconut
About
milk.
the
I was asking about the
You're talking
Zaku.
about-
Yeah.
Zak or the Kshatriya?
Or not the Zaku, the Kshatriya. My bad. My Zaku got Zaku on the mind. Sorry. My bad.
Okay, so The Endcast. So yes, you're right. Kshatriya was very close to release. In fact, they had started to release like finished images of it already. So you can see right here. Actually, you can see what I'm looking at right now. So there's the head, right? You guys can see the head. You've got, it's all painted, it's all done, and the studio has sent a couple of people a couple of their, I guess, pre-produced stuff. Um, but in terms of release, I think they pushed it back a little bit. They didn't say when, but somebody is working on it right now actively. So this is, a not painted piece. So you see the level of detail that they have. It's very sharp. Right? Is that, you guys think pretty sharp? No? Yes, maybe.
Very. I like it.
Okay. Thank you, Brian.
Yeah.
So there you go. You got some leg. Man, it's intimidating looking at this thing. Huh?
Goddamn.
It's pretty intimidating.
Very big. This is
It's a
100
lot of
scale,
work.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, 100. A lot of
So
work.
this really does definitely put the one that you and I and Jeff all have to kind of shame.
A little bit, yeah. It's also, I mean, the price reflects the level of the amount of effort put into making this thing.
Yeah.
The cheapest I've seen this go for is around about anywhere between 375 to 400.
Okay.
It's not the worst, but it's pretty high up there for a 100. But the level of detail, I think, kind of justifies that price for some. All right, so actually, here's a good example. So this is like a conversion kit, I believe,
Uh-huh.
for the either the Sazabi or the Senanji. I think it's the Sazabi, and that's the
Probably
that's the
this
Cast
size.
version next to it. It's pretty large, very big. But yeah. So if you guys if you guys have $400 or $500 laying around, because that doesn't include shipping, and you want a pretty cool Kshatriya, let me know. I'll build it for you. Okay, so away from that, there's a couple more things. So I want to talk real quick about Hammercat, because Hammercat have been doing some pretty interesting things, right? So Hammercat they used to make like 1/100 casts of these of kits that were 1/144 and lower. Now they've decided to take, okay, well, there are some 1/144 kits out there, but they're massive, so let's make 1/100 versions of that. So this is what is this? The Vaseline? What is it? I can't remember how to say this damn name from the series. Yeah, I can't remember the name of this thing. What is the name of this thing? You guys remember?
I have no fucking clue.
That's fucked up looking. I don't have no idea.
Is it the Aziru? Is that what it is? Is that what it says? Right, it says it right there.
What? Yeah. Yeah, it
The
looks like it.
NZ33
Yeah.
Alpha Aziru, something like that. So it's a Neo Zeong type.
Yeah, Alpha Zero. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Well, that's a
big
fun
ass
one.
thing. It's a definite fun one. It's another one where I'm like, where do people put this shit? Like, how do you display
It's
this?
huge.
This is a 1/100 scale version. So if you think of a Neo Zeong,
God, it's like 4 or 5 feet tall, dude. No,
right? It's not small.
no,
That's
I'm good.
awesome.
I'm so good. That's like that 135 fucking XS that dude made. That shit is OD.
Oh no. I don't think it's gonna be as big as that. That's massive. That's
That
the
shit
size
is
of like
massive.
a 10-year-old boy. Right?
Yeah.
It's very big.
Yeah, or bigger.
Or bigger. Yeah. So yeah, this I don't think it would be as big as that, but it's definitely up there. Like it's gonna be Alpha Zeal. Thank you, Lorenz. Yeah, see, I gotta pay attention to the chat. There you go. So right next to a 1/144 new. Is that a 144? Yeah, that's a 1/144 new. That's the 1/100. Zeal. I don't know what a Zero is, right? But that's the name of it. I looked it up and that's what it said on the wiki.
Yeah, no, that's what it says on
Alpha
the internet
Zero.
for it.
Yeah.
But it's
So there
probably
you go.
just the Americanification of the word.
Yeah, that's entirely possible. Yeah. So there you go. Hammercat has been keeping very busy because there is also what's the other one? Is this it? No, something else. Where are you? There you
It
go.
says here on the internet that the NZ333 Alpha Zeal was an experimental mobile armor developed by Neo Xeon's New Type Research Labs,
Send
based
the
on the
pictures.
prototype of the NZ222 Psycho Dogga.
Indubitably.
Send
All
the
right,
pictures.
so Hammercat has been keeping busy. They are also making a 160 scale Sazabi.
Oh shit!
So this is in planning stages. Full resin kit again.
Full resin, Jesus
Full,
Christ!
yep, full frame madness.
I love the little manipulator arms with the funnels in those upper pictures.
Let's go back to that. This one right here. Yeah,
Right
that's
there.
nice.
Yep,
Nice.
those are fun.
You see full frame, just a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So they've been keeping pretty busy, right? Compared to other studios.
Right.
Comes with the full base,
Whoa.
apparently. At this point,
Whoa.
I don't know what they're planning here. Like, I don't know. There's, like, 'cause, I mean, this is all just CADs, as you can
Of
tell,
course,
and,
yeah. So you can do
illustrations
crazy
and all that stuff.
explosions and shit. Yeah.
Yeah. So here's like the planning of the base.
Dude, it's freeze, man. Oh my lord, that is huge.
Yeah, this is a lot of what I'm showing you today. It's yeah. I mean, it's gonna be pretty
Beautiful drawings, though.
sizable. Oh yeah, yeah,
Fantastic.
very nice. I feel like this is a lot more of an angled Sazabi than what we're used to.
Yeah, less
Would you
roundy.
say?
I kind of like it.
Yeah, it's very nice, especially the CAD. I mean, seeing the CADs of this thing. Um, God, I can already see certain people putting the work in this and making it absolutely amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
It's killing it.
God, beautiful. Yeah. Again, no release date. Don't ask me. I don't know. And then so from that, let's go to is it this one? Yeah. Okay. So this one is another AOZ. This time is a 1144 Barzam 2. I wouldn't say it's not technically transforming, but it does
Right.
have two modes. Right. So you've got like the Gundam head and then your typical Barzam head. This is by Odango or Orange Missile. Yeah, Orange Missile. There you go. So this is very close to being released. I believe sometime in the
Crazy.
next couple of months. Yeah. This okay. So before I was going to judge the AOZ competition from USA Gundam Store, this was what I had in mind on building. I wanted to make a Barzam 2, but
Right.
I had zero time.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's the drawback. Ideas are free, man. Time is expensive.
Time is super expensive. There you go. So, if you guys like AOZ, if you guys like the Barzam 2, I love the head on this and the V-fin. Oh,
Mm.
it speaketh to me. It's beautiful. So Watership. So okay. So here's the thing, right? So this is another thing. So there's another studio that says that they're making the same thing.
Oh, it's
But
this
there's like
Watership?
yeah. So this one's Watership, right? So the other one was Orange Studio. So this was for some reason, I'm seeing conflicting reports of this being either 1/100 or 1/144. They're not saying. I'm not seeing clarification on what's what.
Oh.
But there are people saying, okay, well, this looks like it's 1/100. Some people are saying this looks like it's 1/144. Here's the other Barzam head. Like, so this is the other configuration of that.
Oh, yeah, the standard Barzan head.
Yeah, beautiful, man. It's beautiful. So there you go. So here's like all of like the official kind of artwork for the Barzam 2, that they've used and taken to create their stuff. Great stuff. Great stuff. Oh, see, this says
Yeah, that one says
144.
144. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
but
that's
I'm
the one
seeing other
from.
places.
So maybe Watership's doing 144 and Orange is doing 1/100.
I have no idea, but I mean, either way, I'm glad we're getting a design of this at least. Even if it is within that gray area of unofficial resin kit.
Right.
So yeah, there's that. Okay, so then since you guys already saw the other one I was going to show, here we go. So How You Studios is making a 1/100 Gundam Haru from the movie of Double O, which is what was it? The Awakening of the Trailblazer.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Not a
I
double
know
O
you don't
fan.
like Double O, not a Double O
Yeah,
fan,
it's
but
cool.
there is
It's
this is
cool.
probably one of, if not the most interesting design that isn't like completely out of left field where there's a big giant thing on someone's head or whatever, right? So this is the Haru, right, with the giant legs, but it also has a configuration where it's just regular legs.
That's full
Regular
resin.
ass legs.
Yeah, this is just yeah, this is full resin. Again, this is not a conversion. Full resin.
That's fucking nice, man.
It's a beautiful, like, it's a beautiful
Yeah, really,
proportioned
Interesting.
design.
fancy.
Random
is
hand for
fancy.
no scale because
Look at that
everyone's
shit.
hands are different size.
That's here's the actual. Here's what it actually looks like when it's out, and it's got its full arm and its own. Very interesting design, I think. Here's this.
This is cool.
Fancy. I feel like this is what an R type would be if it were transformable.
Is this
Right.
an R type?
That's I think this is an R type.
So yeah, again, How You is one of those studios that only really has like maybe 2 releases under its belt, right? So the first release was not the Zabanya. It's another. It's from the same series. It's got that weird thing on its head. You guys know what I'm talking about?
No idea, dude.
I
Yeah.
don't.
You were my only hope, Julio.
Eh,
I'll look it up, but essentially it's the one with the weird thing on its head.
Cool.
And yeah, so
There's so many
So-
things with so many weird things on their head, man.
I don't know, man. It's like it's like another full-on mobile suit on top of the mobile suit's head. You know what I'm talking about? Is it the Raphael? I think it was the Raphael.
I think it's the Raphael. Google it.
Is it the Ra-
Oh, the Raphael? Yeah, the Raphael's like 2 suits in one, where it's like the one suit has like crazy long hair. It's not really hair. And the other one is like
that's the virtue.
the other
That's the
suit-
virtue.
That's
That's the virtue.
yeah, that's a virtue.
Isn't it the Raphael?
No,
What's the Raphael?
Yeah, I found it. Yeah,
got-
it's
got
the
like a-
Raphael.
face on its body, dude.
Oh, wait. No,
It's
that's
this one.
the.
Oh no, I was thinking about a totally different one.
Sorry,
Yeah,
dude. Oh my
that's
god.
OD.
That thing is ridiculous.
It's fucking OD.
Yeah, so I know JL
Dude.
Gumpla made How You like 1/100 version of that thing. And of course I am not logged into.
What the hell?
Instagram.
That's fucking
am I
ridiculous,
Looking at.
What the hell?
What the hell?
Oh my god, no way.
Let me see if I can find it real quick.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
The Sarah V2 is the top of the head of the Raphael. So bizarro.
There you go.
Hey guys, Matthias Olivo says that he really loved the last episode that we had of the podcast.
Hey,
Oh,
thanks, man.
thank you, man. Yeah, I appreciate that. So here's the How You version of the Raphael.
Oh, it looks way better with the top open.
Yeah, and like the armor on.
Okay, so it also looks better with the decaling and better lighting, so I can actually see what I'm looking at. Instead of, what am I looking at? This thing looks like it's wearing a crazy hat with like freaking braids.
I
But
mean,
now it
technically,
doesn't.
yeah.
Now it doesn't look like it. Now it looks like it has like a ridiculous missile pack on it with like giant cannons in the back.
Yeah, it's very. It's
Uh,
the most out there design from the movie, Double O movie, I think. Because the other one's like the Quanta, right? Isn't that's nothing. Then you've got the damn it, I can never remember the name of these damn things.
That's because they
That
change
thing.
them. Not fucking.
Raphael,
let's see.
Zabanya,
Zabbing you.
which again I don't think is that out there in terms of like design. So yeah, this is the most out there version of it. So
That's pretty
that's cool.
wild.
So yeah. So how you not much in terms of like releases, but what they have released is very unique in terms of like nobody's ever made them. So that's pretty cool.
That
Yeah,
is
it's not like another.
admirable.
Yeah, it's not another like Sinanju dress up or
Hmm.
another Sazabi or another Kshatriya we just covered. So yeah, it's cool. Very cool. All right. So we're, what else? What else am I missing here? Okay, next one. Somebody is making a 1/100 master grade, Mudrock. Mudrock?
Love
Yeah,
it.
Mudrock. Which I think we have been sorely missing because I love the Mudrock design, but I don't want it in
Yes.
1/144 scale.
No.
Um, this is yeah. I really like the proportions that they have for this thing.
I
I
feel like the
don't
feet need to
know.
be bigger or changed.
I don't know. Yeah, so this is a conversion kit, right? So this is just the
Hmm.
3.0.
Hmm. Gotcha.
Yeah, but these hands are not 3.0 hands, so I don't. This is probably part of the conversion. I'm gonna guess because those look like regular hands. They're not like
Yeah.
Dominance?
massive gorilla hands.
Yeah.
I don't know. No clue. There
Is
we go.
that the one? Yeah. Yeah, the dominance.
Beautiful. So I don't have much to add to this. Like I hope this comes out soon. Pretty much like because again the Mudrock is a beautiful design. For some reason, Vanna have decided to relegate it to HG status. Um, and I don't mind HG, but I just think Mudrock would benefit a heck of a lot more from the master grade line. So they're
Mm-hmm.
doing that. So yeah, and you can see here like these are not 3.0 hands. These have been printed and
Oh, I
added to the
love
kit.
the different gym style designs that are out there. Like a lot of these elements that you see on this are featured in like one of the gym archive books I have.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just love that shit. Tickles my fancy.
Tickling your fancy. All right, so sticking to 1/100 master grades. There is another one. There is an Easy 8 coming out. This is by Gray Heavy Industries, which again, proportionally very different from anything I've seen so far in terms of the Easy 8. It's almost got like it's like somebody stretched it out a little bit, right? Made it a little bit
Good,
thinner.
because that thing was dumpy.
Yeah, right?
The Master
So
Grade Easy 8 is real small.
I do like this. This is like the let me see if I can zoom out. Here's like a shot of it. So it's still a little bit stumpy. Like the legs are a little bit short, but like the torso is a lot longer, and the head's a little smaller and skinnier, which helps with the proportion of it not being so stocky.
Right, yeah, looks like it's got a little bit wider shoulders too. And a little bit extra armor on the inside of the shoulders.
Love this whole thing
Yeah,
is a
that's
beauty.
beauty foot. Yeah. Does it
Yeah,
have the same knee that drops out like it's supposed to or whatever they had on the other one? I don't know.
I'm not sure. I mean, it looks like it might have that, but it doesn't look like they
Yeah, it's
featured
not
it.
illustrated here. Okay.
Yeah,
Sweet though.
be interesting. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. All right, so that again, no release date, no idea. Don't ask me. Next one. So
Cool.
Hammercat, back to Hammercat. They're also making conversion kit for the Neo Xeon. Massive,
Oh,
big thing.
wait. Is it? It is. Jeez.
Yeah. So this is the 1144. So they're making a conversion kit for it. Uh, changing up like some of the details, like adding more details to the funnels and the
Yeah,
fingers,
they should.
right? The finger funnels and all that stuff. So now they've made it
Oh,
into
that's
this many pieces,
great. Dude, that is fantastic. Look at they can open up
right?
huge. I love that.
So it is a beautiful thing. Again, very expensive.
Oh yeah, but
Insane.
fuck it. That's beautiful, bro. We
Yeah.
both put a lot of time. You didn't get so much into the body work as I did on our SDs, but like that's giving me vibes of the kind of stuff that I was trying to work towards when I was working on mine. You know, the really extended shoulders, the front skirts. It's all. I think that's probably same as what was pulled out of the Sinanju archive book. Like that's kind of looks
Mm,
like it's
mhm.
modeled pretty heavily after that, which I think is great. It's a wonderful thing to choose, and they did a great job. I love the interpretation.
Yeah, definitely. I think since the Neo Xeon has become a lot more accessible these days. I mean, that's a really weird thing for me to say about a $300-400 kit, but like the
Right.
fact that it's getting more and more accessible means this will stuff like this is gonna pop up a lot more. Like a lot of these studios are realizing, oh shit, people like these big ass things. Let's see what we can make and create. So that's why people are making the Sotheby or the whatever that we just talked about earlier, the Arias or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like stuff like that, like expect to see more of that. Like eventually you guys will see a Barzam. You'll see all of that stuff. Like it's you're seeing like hints and stuff of it now. And they're getting the more popular stuff out of the way, minus I guess the areas. But they're getting the more popular stuff out of the way before they do the even more niche stuff. So uh it'll be interesting to see where they go with this because I like it. I like the fact that that Hammercat have just kind of be like, yeah, let's make this ridiculously large shit and make it even bigger or even more detailed.
Hmm.
They got balls.
You got balls. All right, so we already talked about this guy, so there's no need to talk about that anymore. We also talk about the Fenrir. Uh, this okay. So this is my negative, right? So this is the Zeta. From the name of the studio is Friday Bad Guy.
Mm.
Don't buy this. I like if any of you guys are into resin, and I know you are. I see Miguel in the chat there, right? Like, don't buy this. So this is it's not a 100% copy, but it's almost a
Oh,
1-to-1 copy of Joshua Dara's Zeta.
That one.
That's this one. So um it's almost like every detail this dude put on here is just like almost like a slight variation of Joshua's work that he put out how many years ago. And many years, yeah. I mean, he had like we had an ebook on it, right?
Yeah.
Showing like his process, how long it took, kind of what he did. And that dude took that and just kind of applied it to this. And now is now selling it as a resin kit. And it's like,
That's fucked up.
hold on, Jeff said Josh told him to buy it.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. Jeff was on. You were talking about it when Jeff was on.
Okay, so then
Josh told
look,
him to
okay,
buy- Yeah.
I
Josh is
I don't know,
a
man.
weird guy. I like Josh.
He's a very eccentric.
such
dude.
a
I just don't think you should, man. Just out of pure principle, like I don't think I wouldn't support. I wouldn't support this. It's because it's a straight up copy of Joshua's work. Like I don't care how much of a tweaking of one angle of a panel line you're doing. At the end of the
Right.
day, you're taking that guy's work, taking his interpretation of his art, and then trying to profit off of it. And I'm not a
Oh,
fan
yeah.
of that.
Yeah.
So-
It's like when jerks use your finished models to try and sell their fucking kits. And shit.
that happens more commonly than you realize. It's like,
No, I know it happens to Luca too. I found one and I pointed it out. He didn't see it, like that one that happened recently with the lacrosse thing.
Yeah.
I pointed it out to him. I was like, hey man, once again, and that's not the first time I've done that for him too. And like people being like, oh, buy our tutorial series of videos, and it's like shit with Luca, and I'm like, Luca, did you do a tutorial video series with this person? He's like, oh, that guy's doing that again, and I'm like, yeah, okay. It's just like,
so Miguel says he owns
way
a
this
Friday Bad Guy kit. I know exactly which one you own too. I know you own the Stormbringer, and there's nothing wrong with the Stormbringer. Stormbringer is just a detail up kit, right? And that's there's nothing wrong with that. It looks great. Nothing outside like it's not like mind-blowingly detailed or anything. It's not like something you can't do. It's just I don't think that was a copy of anybody else's work, whereas this is. And I just don't find like I can't support that. Here I am sitting here like a fan of resin kits, and like this ain't it, man. Like it's original, make something that people want to buy, and don't try to pretend like you don't know what people are talking about when you say, "Hey, man, this is somebody else's work."
Oh,
Right.
he's playing like it isn't.
I don't know.
That's
At least from what my understanding, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, okay, no, sorry. So you own the Double Zeta, not the Stormbringer from Zhao the Air. Oh, well, I don't think that's Zhao the Air. I'm pretty sure that's Friday Bad Guy. But anyway, don't buy this, even if Josh tells you to. Don't buy it. And I think that's it, right? I think I've covered everything. Pretty
I
sure.
don't know. I have no
You
idea.
guys want
so.
some more pieces of the Kashatre? Here you go. Highly
Wild.
detailed
The
building.
detail is so clean compared to the other one, man. To the MRSA kit.
Yeah. Oh, can you like? So here's the pour spouts for this, right?
Yeah. Clean.
That's it. And then looking at the fucking Mirza, it's just
Yeah, the MRSA is raw.
it's like you're getting kicked in like the taint or something.
Hmm?
You're looking at it.
But think at the time when that came out, it was like way nice.
True. True. You are right. So, if you guys need a commission, someone to make this for you, let me know. Yeah, you won't get it for a couple of years, but you'll get it.
Mm-mm.
So anything else? You guys want to talk about anything else? Anything you've heard about? Or I close the Resident Evil shop
I don't
once again?
think I haven't heard shit.
Let's see.
Shit.
Here's one. Goof.
Oh,
SH Studios making a 100 flight type.
Golf. That's a good golf.
Nice. From Miller's report.
Miguel says he wants to talk about something. What do you want to talk about, man?
what's up, man?
What's up? What's up?
What's up, bro?
Oni? What up, Oni?
Fellow youngsters.
Oh man. Where's your
Uh,
skateboard and your backwards hat? That's me.
Oh, you know what? There is one thing I want to talk about. There is one more thing.
What? What? Ike? What?
I gotta
Tell me what
find
you
it.
got. What you
What?
really, really got.
I want to talk about that quell.
Well,
Oh, what about a
Here's
quell?
the- Yeah, so there's that quell I showed you guys the other
160
day.
ground type?
Here it is.
Chris.
Ah,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, so this is from the same company that's doing the Easy 8. So this is
I like their style.
Styling here is wild.
It's good stuff.
The only thing I don't like about this is like I'm not sure I like the vents with this watch piece.
Is it too much?
I feel like this is too narrow and this is
Right.
too wide.
Mm.
It's bulky. It shouldn't be
Yeah.
that thick, I don't think. It's six. Yeah, I don't think it's right.
It feels
Okay.
like it feels a little out of place. You know what I mean?
It's got some good pectorals and loins.
What do you mean? Look how narrow this is. Look how thin this is. It's a good
Yeah,
pictorial.
man. He's fucking letting the hog hang out there a little bit.
The loins and the pectorals.
Loins and the pectorals.
And then
I don't know about
then
pectorals.
I didn't show this off earlier,
Pectorals
but
Looks like those pectorals are heading south for the winter.
they're also making. Somebody is also
A little
making
older.
a ground type.
How old is
He's,
fucking Zeta? Like 40?
From the same company that's making the Easy.
At the ground type. That's the one I saw by far. That's 100.
Oh, is that
That's 1/100.
79?
That's nice.
Nice. Jeff has a really big one. He's like a 60 scale.
Let's see here. Miguel says, Chris, are you familiar with the Double Zeta Extra Fit? Back from 2015. I am familiar. The guy made it is not SOPP. 3 Chinese studios made it in plastic injection. Do you know where I might find one? That's been long out of print, man. Good luck finding one. The only way you'll find it is through somebody selling their copy. If you can find that, then I would shake your cold, clammy hand.
Whoa.
I would say, why are you worried about what the Double Zeta is wearing on its day off? You worry about your own fits.
What about your own damn self? And I think that's everything, right? Am I missing anything, guys? Let's see. I know that
Are you excited about any
Somebody's
Bandai stuff coming out?
Banda.
Yeah.
They just announced a whole slew of doo-doo.
You did?
Yeah.
I
A
don't
whole
pay attention
slew.
to anything.
You got that fucking MG narrative doo-doo. Nobody wants
What?
that.
I don't know what you're. I don't even know what you're talking
The
about.
narrative Gundam, they're making
They're
100.
making a
scale of it?
They're making a Verka of the narrative.
Oh,
100?
old salmon slabs.
Yeah.
They're making 100 fucking Verka of old salmon slabs.
You think I should make an
Yep.
Arby's one?
Make a
Oh,
what?
I'll make all the psycho frame look like Arby's roast beef.
here's the
Damn.
Neo Zeong Hammer Cat.
I'm so good on that. You can keep that. That's so
Yo,
cool.
that's gorgeous. I don't have
Yeah.
room for it.
Yeah, not at all.
Oh, I have 0. So you guys are right.
I like it though. It's
It's a pretty.
I like the proportion changes on this thing, right? Because whenever I see the Neo Zeong, it's like kind of emaciated, like it's very skinny. This is like thick ass, whatever
Thick
this is. Thick
Thick,
ass, here.
thick ass.
thick ass everywhere. All right, have a good one, coconut milk.
Later, Milky.
Yo, for sure. Cheers.
Milk. You guys are nickname bases already. Shit.
Yeah.
Julio's already. Julio has the beef.
I fucking love all types of milk made from nuts.
Okay.
Have you tried pistachio milk? Wild.
No,
No, I have not. Is that good?
I don't,
Yeah,
I don't have
fuck
these
yeah.
bougie
Don't fucking lie.
milks, Julio, with your freaking
I got a Whole
pistachio.
Foods right
milk.
here, bro. It's like $19 if you want some.
Jesus
I can't believe
Christ.
what I'm hearing right now. I can't believe what I'm fucking hearing right now. This fucking guy.
It's at least $7, $8. That shit is huge, dude.
Nice.
Good
to see this
details.
image.
Oh, the O. Oh no, that's not the O. That's the O. Nice and
This
manipulated.
is the Neo Zeong. This is still the
Yeah.
Neo
Yeah,
Zeong.
yeah. No, I got
This is
mistaken.
what- this is what
mistook it
he-
for-
This is what he grabbed the unicorn with, right?
right.
Yeah.
In the OVA and the series.
Yeah, manipulator arms,
I
just
have
like
not
the
tried one.
Kshatriya has too. It has
you go.
Manipulators, dick
funky manipulator
manipulators.
arms. Yep. Reach out and grab somebody's.
I wish mine did that.
Jeff says, "This case never stopped." No. I mean, yeah. Who needs to walk anywhere? All right.
It's true.
You just got to shuffle to the kitchen.
Yikes.
Who said yikes?
Brian.
Me. I did.
Why you say?
It's
Yikes
fucking
to
hysterical, Brian.
Yikes to Julio.
This?
Oh, shit.
Julio's saying some weird shit. So I'm like, yikes.
Why are you surprised? I mean,
Oh, man.
No, you don't have to be surprised to say yikes.
That one got me. Tickled me.
Just calling it out.
I think that's everything. I think I'm all out of news. I'm news
All
down.
out of
Yo, did you show off that 1/100? Was it Devil Gundam?
The Devil Gundam from
I don't know who's making it. I saw
is
some
the
woman
company
holding
name?
it before.
yeah, that was Dream Studio K.
What is it, Karen?
Yeah.
Nice.
That thing was huge. Eh?
There's
Look at that. That's wild.
yeah, I believe this
Oh,
is 160 scale. this is the
160.
This is the biggest one. So there are smaller ones. So the same cast is being done in 1/100 and 1/144. The one she was holding was the 160, I believe. This is the 1/144.
That's fucking awesome.
Oh, this is. I don't know
Who's
what this
making
one-
it?
I think this is Madworks.
That's
it?
fucking cool.
I don't fucking know, man.
I like
There's
it.
Too many videos.
Me goose.
I'm running out of. Oh, here it's by K17 Academy.
Yeah. Good work, guys. That shit is cool.
Totally
looking.
wild.
Very, very cool looking.
It's
Lot
a,
to
it's a
say.
very acquired taste. Can I say that? Can I not say that?
I like it.
Yeah. You can say whatever you want.
Lot
If you're into
to
G
say.
Gundam, like Zack, I guess.
G Gundam's
Zack
fucking cool, dude.
Orleans.
It's wrestling with robots. fucking love it. And then there's a deep tale of a lone swordsman. You
I have never seen it. I don't know what you're talking about.
never watched G Gundam, dude?
No, there's a lot of Gundam I haven't
Oh
watched.
wow, that first season is pure like WWE Gundam.
You know, I didn't get into Gundam until like 2016, right?
Ah,
I was
watched that shit
into
dude.
Macross and Patlabor and Ghost in the Shell and Akira and
Yeah, Toonami gave me all the Gundam. It was like here.
Ninja High School and Project Echo and other weird animes.
You gotta watch some G Gundam, my guy.
I knew of it, but yeah.
Good
And then,
robot
like,
fight.
when Wing was out, I didn't like. I tried watching some of that back in the day, and I just bounced off of it, and I was like, okay, well, I like anime, but like this Gundam stuff is not for me. It's like I like mecha anime, but this ain't it.
This ain't it.
I'll watch, Black Magic M66 any day of the week. Some Cross Plus, some Evangelion, all day, baby.
Macros.
Yeah, I think I first watched Oh, we'll get Chris off me. I think I first watched Evangelion for the first time in like '99. Started collecting the figures and shit they had back then, like the 24 point of articulation, high end like action figures.
All the points.
Fun. It's a nice looking little figurino you got there, Julio.
Yeah, I'm not gonna paint that gun though because it's not really needed.
Have you
Word.
started painting the actual Vithor?
Yeah, it's got bases on it, base coats. You can't see it, but I really like this red.
How much longer do we have? Like a
Few
4
days.
days?
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 days. Yeah.
I think I can
Mask, paint, and top coat tonight, and then I'll get decals tomorrow. Decals and weather.
Yeah, I'm not doing decals on mine. I don't think it'll add anything from my particular.
Oh, I'm only adding like four big ones.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. You know me, I like my decals
Yeah.
on my robots. Put my decals on my robots.
Shit, I thought these were bigger. Is this the 144? God damn it!
This is a terrible thing to have to try to fucking file and sand, guys. Why did I do this?
Because you
Good night, Jeff.
Later, Jeff.
Good night, Jeff. Yeah, we're probably getting close, eh? Yeah, almost 11. Nice.
It's about that time. A little bit of
It's
Spider-Man
about-
pretty soon.
For me
About
to
to turn-
Get it.
What you know
About to turn
about
into a
painting now?
pumpkin.
What are you singing? The other one's like ad-libbing. What's happening? What is that?
It's about that time for me to
What you know about going out head rest? TV is all up in the head rest.
I don't fucking know. But
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's a song, but I think Puff Daddy. I think I'm gonna put one of these on there. I don't know which one to put on.
Oh, interesting. What flavor are those?
Strawberry.
Strawberry.
Just rando.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Technical numerals, it says. It's nose art.
yeah.
Oh yeah, from Green Stuff. Eh.
Oh, cool.
Blasted insanity.
I got. Here you go. I sanded them shits.
Ooh, very nice.
It's a pain in the butt. I got to rechase some lines. I don't know. I may be waving as a shield. It don't matter.
It don't matter.
No, what matters is that I get some time.
Painting. Mates featuring Diddy. Thank you, Thomas. I knew I was somewhere with it. Wait, I know I'm not bugging. That's a song.
I will say one thing. The good part about using acrylic paint is that you can work fast. So
Yes.
not dealing with like the slow dry time of some crazy lacquers or some crazy enamels.
The cool shit about SMS is that since it is acrylic lacquer, it does dry quicker.
Yeah, and it's pretty hard too. Julian from On the Bench was talking to me about trying them out.
Yeah, buddy.
He
Work
said
it.
I should. And I said,
Totally.
I know that guy, sort of, so I should.
Yeah, well,
Anyways, yeah, we'll wrap up the. I'm gonna wrap up the show. Somebody's mic keeps clipping feedback. Do you hear that, Chris? You hear that, Julio?
Yeah, so it's probably Babs.
Yeah, maybe it's Chris. A little bit. Every once in a while.
I just muted myself just now.
Ah,
It wasn't going. No, it didn't go when you muted yourself. So it's only every once in a while, and it like do a little. Anyways, yeah, like that. Like you moved and it did it. I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
oh, it's picking up the feedback from your headset, dude, like the Bluetooth.
Ah, cool. Well, it doesn't really matter. Thank you guys for hanging out, and thank you, Chris and Julio, for joining me and hanging out and talking about all the stuff that we're working on. It's good to get a chance to get together and to show people what we're doing, as well as our podcast that we talk about.
Yeah.
New episode was last week. We got a new one
That
coming out next
seam
week.
removal.
Nice.
Seam there, boy. I like that. Sorry, good.
No,
Sorry.
you're good. You're good, Julio. No problem. Let's see. Every Thursday we're doing the same thing. Mixed cast. It's not always the same people. Make something fun. Cerulean's coming around, finishing up. I don't have anything else. I don't think. Anybody? You guys got anything?
No.
Build
There's
cool
no new
shit.
episode tomorrow, right?
No.
Nope, not tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's a week off.
Yeah. But
Matthias, thank you for being a patron. Appreciate you. Same with you, John Lynn. I think you're still a patron.
yay.
I don't think so.
No. Anyways, we appreciate your patrons, and we appreciate anybody else that isn't a patron that just listens and hangs out. Build something fun, build something creative, get excited, get your friends excited, and be safe. Good one.
Cool shit,
Bye.
man. Bye-bye.
Bye.